Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people.
Hello there and welcome to another one. I trust I find you in good spirits. My name is Tatenda, back with another one. It's game on, baby. And I'm alone. Hero is not here. Aya is not here as always. Pumza is here on the directorship. And we're back. It's a Thursday and I'm so excited because the person that is going to come through, our next guest is none other than Thando Bula. If you know Thando Bula, you know that the man is short but he's full of wisdom. He is short but he's full of energy. And I love how the whole interview was just a breeze, a total breeze. Now, we know that Thando is head out in East London and is helping out at Queen's College. And he had to correct me because I said Queen's High instead of Queen's College. So the real one apparently is Queen's College, and that's where he's from. And you also know that also Mr. Mangaliso Musehle, the former first-class cricketer as well, has also joined that team as well. So these are gentlemen that are doing the most to be in the cricket circles and serving, and they're serving out in East London. And I'm just thankful that we managed to have a Zoom recording and the whole episode was shot through that. So maybe the quality may not be the greatest because of Zoom, but other than that, take whatever that is going to come out of the interview because it's going to help you. It's going to help your career as a player. It's going to help your career as a coach. It's going to help your career all in general as well because it helped me a lot, and it's an amazing interview. A massive shout out to Thando Bula. Without me wasting time, let's just jump on to the interview. But before we do that, remember, we use these platforms to make sure that we advertise your business, and so far we are working with Best Mini Removal, and all the information is down below. Please contact Norman Abraham. The numbers are there, and the website is www.bestminiremovals.co.za. If you are in Joburg or within Joburg, within the circles, you need to move offices or move houses, they are the best people for you. Before I waste your time, let's jump into the interview. See you now. How are you doing, mate?
I'm alright, sir. Yourself?
Oh, good. They say second time lucky, so I know it's gonna be an even better interview today.
Oh, no worries, man. You know, we live in this world of power cuts, so
Interesting. How is East London?
Yeah, man, everything's good this side, Everything's good.
Yeah.
Weather's good, you know. See.
I see you got your jacket on, so that means it's cold there. Because Joburg is very, very hot. I tell you that.
No, I mean the aircon. Hey, man, you know they put on an aircon in this place, and I'm just recovering from flu. It was cold, and then it was hot. You know?
Yeah.
The weather is fluctuating big time.
And you know what they say? That black people in aircon, it's not our friend.
Not the friend. It's not my friend. I don't know.
Anyway,
it goes straight in.
It's not our friend at all. It's not our friend. Anyway, Thando, thank you so much for joining us. I know whatever that's going to transpire in this recording is going to be so informational. I am so intrigued by your career. But before I jump into who you are or the question that I'm going to ask you, I bumped into an article here. And as I read this article, I just want you to tell me what was going through your mind as this was happening. So I get it from Manners of Cricket. And it's a very long article, but the part that I just loved was his prayers answered, right? So Conrad quickly arranged to meet the player at the gate. Then he tells him, never mind tickets, my boy. Come to the changing room, you are playing. His name is Thandi Bula, born in Westlesea in the Cape, January 1, 1981, a wicket-keeper with a modest batting record. Thando's day had taken a very sudden and very unexpected twist. He did not, of course, keep wicket, and neither did he bowl. He batted at number 9 and made a 2-ball duck as the Lions were bowled out for 95 in pursuit of the Eagles' record of 225. Do you remember this?
Yes.
Take me through that, please.
Um, um, Funny enough, I like the fact that you finally somebody's asking me about that day, but Matters, I think clearly he's driving that article to his own agenda or what point he was trying to make. Um, First of all, we went 2 weeks before the start of that tournament. We had trials at Potchefstroom. So the strikers, the Northwest team, and the contracted Lions players, they all met there, and then they made a squad, and then we had trials and we played so many games at Sandwich Park, you understand, to finally gel down the squad that's going to play in that T20 tournament. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I was part of that, definitely. And then obviously they went for the certain players they wanted, the players that were on form at that time.
Yeah.
So me going to, I was already in the stadium, and friends of mine, because we have to promote the game. We wanna, because I was playing for Dragons as well. When we play games, we always promote the game to the students.
Okay.
So I asked for tickets, like Dr. Fall, now who's CEO of Titans.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, do you have extra tickets? Maybe let me ask the players if they've got extra tickets. Maybe they don't have family there, the Lions players.
Yeah.
Then they could give me the extra tickets so I can get more people in and fill the crowd. It was a televised game as well.
Yeah.
We're busy promoting that Northwest cricket and get support.
Yeah.
So I get there, I go, Shooks, hey, the tickets, the gents, I'm actually calling the guys that I was playing with and training with and stuff like it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, hey, Bulls, come here. Do you understand? Like I was someone who didn't make the cut. Hey, come through. I said,
Yeah.
what's up? Okay, give me tickets. Jump over the boundary, come up to the changing room. Says, hey, Bulls, where's your kit? Says,
Wow.
what? Ashraf Mall, he was wearing the shades, so a ball hit him.
Yeah.
So, and it damaged his cornea or something like that. So he
Yeah.
wasn't able to see.
Yeah.
So for him to play. And now they travel, the balance of the squad, because the playing regulations say that you have to have a certain number of players of color. To get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now I've avoided a whole lot of things, and I presented them with a solution right there. Someone who's been training. It's not like I wasn't playing.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
not involved in the first
Or they did you a favor kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. I get
No,
where
they
you're
didn't do me
coming
a
from.
favor.
Yeah. I get where you're coming from.
I'm definitely part of that setup. I've been part of that setup for a very long time.
Yeah.
Not not mainly. I was not mainly known for my one-day stuff. At that time, my one-day record was very modest indeed.
Yeah.
But when it comes to 4-day cricket, that's the type of game that I was really, really
Into.
I clicked for that, and yes, you've got to bet. You've got to bet, my man. Get something there.
And the thing is, mentally you were not prepared though for you to jump in. And number 9 was not your set position as well. So how did you manage that, both from the mental perspective and the opportunity has presented itself? I have to take it. How did you manage the two then?
Look, when you understand the structure of the whole team, so it's 20 overs. That's gone quickly. So basically, the idea was that someone is going to attack the power play and then the middle overs. So now for me, because I manipulate the ball and spaces a lot, so I lap a lot, and then because I can get under the ball and go a little bit over mid wicket and go across the line, and I lap, and I was very good running. I'm running between wickets.
Yeah.
So for me, at the back end of the inning, because they're going to bowl a lot of Yorkers, I was actually very.
You were the right one for the job, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't stay long, 2 balls, and then I got stumped. Was it Thandi Shabalala? He took the pace right off delivery. I was actually bowling very well that year.
Wow. But can you say the reason why that happened was because you were not prepared mentally? Because it's a different ball game if you wake up in the morning knowing that you're going to play, then be told, hey mate, come on, let's go and play, or you're gonna bat next, or whatever the case may be. Can you say that's part of the reason why you were not successful, because you were not prepared mentally?
No, not really. Not really. Not really, because the first innings, the Eagles, they scored 225. That's 20 overs. I fielded there. I actually got 3 catches that day. I was doing
Nice.
boundary right.
Nice.
So they failed to mention that in the article, you know what I mean?
So that's the thing with the article. It's not giving that whole entire setup. It just comes to me as you are just called from the stands, come in, go bat.
No.
Batting next, yeah.
No, the first innings after we fielded, we chased leather, 220.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
North Bosman hit his first debut 100 there. He was smashing in all parks. So I was there, prepared. You know, you're like, okay, where am I batting? Batting there. More likely, because wicket is the batting track. So number 9 and 10 and 8, probably never bat in 20 overs.
Yeah, yeah.
But obviously, it was such a mammoth total, so people were going to take chances. So I had to go in, and risk and stuff like that. So I mean, that day, that's how I got out. I got out 2 ball ducks. It's not that I was not ready on that. I just failed that day. I just didn't get any runs.
No, makes sense.
I had enough time to even prepare my batting. I mean, we fielded. We had lunch, with a little snack, and watch other batters bat and got involved in the game. So playing for years, like I think I was already over 10 years playing first class cricket. That shouldn't be such a
so it didn't come as a surprise, yeah.
Nah, you got a bat 9, bat 4, bat whatever.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
You get game plans and then you just execute if you can.
Go in and bat. Yeah. Yeah, we started off with the article because that's one thing that I just wanted us to touch on before we get into the swing of things. But we've already started, and thank you so much for taking your time to come through to the Game On podcast. The reason why we started the podcast is to bring individuals that are servants of the game across the board, from professional cricketers to club cricketers. But the whole purpose is to make sure that when someone is listening, one, they can find inspiration, and two, they don't have to give up, even though they may feel like the career has gone too long and nothing is happening and that sort of thing. And also with the juniors as well. There's a lot of youngsters that are coming up in the system. They probably don't know what it means or what it entails for someone to be where you are, for example, or anyone else that has made it in this cricket sense. But the most important thing is servants of the game that are doing the most to ensure that the next person has got a better career, or they've got a reference to go for when they're going about their career. So thank you so much for coming through, Tan.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Awesome. First question has always been, who is Thando? And the reason why I'm asking this is someone is looking at you and thinking, who's this gent? And yes, we're gonna link up the articles for everything that you've done in your stats and everything. But from the horse's mouth, it's a lot different than it is. Like you said with the article that we just read just now, they did not give us the whole context of the fact that you actually got 3 catches in that, and you also were there through the whole entire innings and what exactly happened. But we're hearing it from you, and it makes a lot of sense. Oh, that's what happened. So who is Thando?
I'm a gent from Whittlesea, 30 k's outside Queenstown in the Eastern Cape. Thandi Bula. Did my preschool and junior school learning in Whittlesea. And then I got a bursary and then moved to Queen's College for my high school. And then border cricket through and through. And then, that's just basically on the cricketing.
Yeah, you said you started off then. Okay, fine. Before we get into the part that you got a bursary, at what point did Thando say, I want to play cricket? How old were you when you said, I think this game of bat and ball is something to go for? At what age were you?
Oh, I started when I was 11. Started cricket when 11. Well, cricket was introduced in my township when we were. So gentlemen of Greg Hayes, Chris Talu, Raymond Boyd, they came through to our neighborhood, Whittlesea, and introduced Bakers cricket. From then on, and we just we never looked back. Then we got into the program, got into the pipeline, got into the bursaries, played. Didn't make provincial under 13. Didn't make provincial under 15.
Were you that
Only
bad? Were you that bad, or the system was just not noticing you? What do you think?
No, I mean, look, the one time I was averaging 50 when they chose the SA World Cup. There was a Junior World Cup that they chose. You know, Coach Malibongo Maketa,
Yeah.
who was captain of it. He was from Dale. So I didn't make that cut there. At that time, I was the Naja and hit gaps, and then they were looking for someone to explore. I wasn't big in hitting over the top, so they had a brand that they were looking for. So, I mean, look, I'm not gonna be that guy and say, but actually, you know what? I'm going to. I feel those age groups were a lot stronger than you have right now.
Wow.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? I feel the competition was real. It was intense. We were talking about centurions. We were talking people were scoring hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds. Not just one school, not just a certain individual or a certain bunch of boys in a province. Talking about, the competition was real. There's no hiding, and you wouldn't. Well, in the border region, I mean, there's no hiding. You've got to score hundreds to make that team.
To make it, you're not gonna cut it by just being mediocre.
No.
Never gonna happen. Tell me something. At what point? Okay, fine. You were 11 years old when you introduced to cricket, and I understand you went through. At that point, it was Baker's mini cricket. Now it's KFC mini cricket. How important are those fundamentals in growing the career? Because you're not the first person to let me know that you'd never made the cuts of age group provincial sides. Someone like A.B. de Villiers, apparently, he never made the 13s and the 15s, or one of the two. I stand to be corrected. But how important is that the mini cricket or the Bakers or the KFC at this point in time in any kid's career?
I mean, it is. It's fundamentals. I mean, look, it's like crawling and walking and then you run. Do you understand? So you can't skip those steps. Do you understand? Those basics have to be there in order to be an all-round player. At some stage, whether you missed out at a certain age, but you've got to make sure you have certain fundamentals in order to make it. In a professional setup. Like I'm like glad to put me in the. Almost people think I'm in the same category as Abbas, A.B. de Villiers, who didn't make that. No. He turned out to be, he's one of our
So
guests.
Did you, mate. So did you.
No. In my era, yes. Funny enough, I remember his debut. I think his debut was keeping. It was a 4-day game for Titans versus Northwest. And, that was Northerns at that time. Anyway, but the fundamentals. So, like, if you're talking about a youngster now, let's say a Cubs player is got to have those sound fundamentals in every skill, whether it's bowling, batting. And the fundamentals are not just skills, understanding of what really is going on. And mostly the kids that have more information than the others, they tend to succeed. Do you understand? In the junior groups and things like that. That is just a tool showing that you need fundamentals. You can't jump those. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And for the case of people missing out on age groups and everything like that, this is something I think the young professionals now miss out on, is that you've got to. There's a certain stage where you reach that you really understand your game.
Definitely.
So it could be that there's someone better at that time. It could be maybe you haven't really fully matured in your skill. That's why you haven't made it. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I see.
Do you get what I mean? It's not some people would love to go and say it's a matter of black and white, or the coach likes who, or favors whoever, or someone this and that, or I'm from the location, the other guy comes from a good school. No. Each player has to reach a certain level of growth
of understanding. Yeah, understanding the game,
what
yeah.
they need
Or
to
understanding
do.
themselves as well as a player. Because not everyone, take for example, not everyone is going to be able to cross the ball over extra cover for six. Some players are not designed for that. Some players are just designed to get into awkward positions and still hit the ball nicely. And I like the fact that you say at some point a player needs to understand who they are, apart from what the team is needing or whatever, who they are themselves before they can execute the skill for the team or the strategy for the team or the plan for that matter. Thank you so much for that. Thando, so now let's push on. He's an under 11 kid and gets through the Bakers mini cricket, never makes the cut for anything else. At what point did Thando say, you know what, I would rather be a wicket keeper than be a bowler? I want to be a wicketkeeper batsman. What inspiration, where did you derive inspiration from to become a wicketkeeper?
I think because of probably my height. So, and then one of my heroes that we watched back in the days, Ian Healy.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed how he was involved in the game. He was always involved.
Yeah.
And, you know, back in the days, remember Shane Warne and Ian Healy were the thing to watch, you know. And so then I obviously chose that. And then I got mentored by, they had a program at Border Cricket where they had the professional players, they were mentoring all the development players, you understand? All the sort of elite players. It wasn't just black players. It was all the identified players, talented players. So we had, was it Morney Stradum, Mark Boucher, MaKhaya, Vasbert Drakes, that whole border professional team we used to meet at least twice or once in 2 months or something. We'd have a bride, talk about cricket, they chat, we go and watch them and things like that. So it was Peter Stradum, captain at the time.
Yeah.
Mark Boucher, Steve Palfreman, and all those guys. So that's the love of keeping and the art of that. Obviously, Ian Healy and obviously Boucher and Steve Palfreman, all those guys.
Yeah. And from then, the names that you're mentioning right now, they are such big names for a youngster to look at such great names. Surely there was so much self-belief in you, I suppose. So much so that you can say, if I can watch Healy and I want to be like Healy, obviously. So how did you come about to have such huge aspirations or huge dreams in that regard? It's such a young or such an early stage in your career.
I think it was drilled into us, man. I mean, we used to play with older people. Plus, in December we go play in the villages, MaKhaya Ntini. So I was playing
MaKhaya Ntini, bro. You know what? Yeah. Our content producer is inviting us to come to MaKhaya Ntini this December. So are you gonna be there? But you know, all the Joburg boys are so excited for this. I promise you, bro.
Must come to play some cricket there. It's T20, it's big hits. It's beautiful.
Amazing.
It's a festival. It's a festival. So we used to play, man. You know. But more importantly, I think when we played there, we understood, like you'd say, as a youngster, I want to be so and so. So, and it was drilled into us that you need to pick somebody, a hero, and know his stats, know what he does, understand his job, and then try and replicate that and try and play like it, you understand? Like soccer players do. Kids will say Messi, Ronaldinho, this Ronaldo. You know, I was saying I want to be like Healy. I want to be Ian Healy. He doesn't drop a ball. He's encouraging, glove work, the movement. Understand what I mean? So
yeah. So this gent, he's done so well in his cricketing career. Grade 8, he gets offered a bursary to one of the most prestigious schools. And earlier in the week, I made a mistake and I said Queen's High, and you said no,
hell
no.
Don't do that.
So you get drafted into Queen's High, Queen's College, sorry. Queen's College, and this is one of the prestigious schools because you've got Dell as well. Those are well-known cricketing schools, and some big names have come out of the were you understanding your game at this point so much so that when the bursary came through, you did not have any challenges? And if you did have any challenges, what was going through this youngster's mind walking into such a prestigious school to play cricket? And the family as well understanding that our child is going to one of the best schools. Mentally, where was this young man?
Well, excited, obviously. Adapting and, meet new people. But the biggest thing was that I'm going to play cricket more than I was going to play cricket at the location. So the purpose of me going there was to play cricket and education. Obviously, I was going to get an education anyway at the location, but the sole thing is that I needed to be exposed to a lot more cricket. So just the first 6 months, I think, me, I love challenges. I dive in first and then we formulate a plan as we go along. So I struggled a little bit with speaking back in English. So for the first 6 months, could hear and understand everything was passing and everything, but the confidence within, the different environments, what it is, English 24/7, man.
English bundles get finished.
The English was 24/7,
Yeah.
So, but that in its own was just something just to get over and get used to. It's not that I wasn't understanding what people were saying to me. It's not that I wasn't passing or any of that. Actually, I was a very good student. But it was just me expressing myself. That came with time. So yeah, still grateful and thankful for that opportunity. Grab that. I grabbed that like a diving catch, my man.
You grabbed it. Did you get any?
I caught that one.
Did you get any sort of mentorship with regards to when an opportunity comes by, it's easy for you to feel inadequate or self-doubt to creep in. Did you receive any sort of mentorship? Because this is a kid that is growing up from nothing into everything, so to say. Better cricket, better facilities, better team management, and all that. All the aspects that you need to be a professional cricketer, you're finding it in high school and you're a youngster. And just a year ago, a few months ago, you were in the streets, basically. You were in disadvantaged backgrounds, whatever case may be you want to call it. Did you receive any sort of mentorship or any sort of advice to say, you know what, you deserve to be here? Because the reason why I say so is because it is easier for one to self-doubt than it is for someone to be positive. So take me through that part. Did you get advice? Did you get counseling? Did you get mentorship with regards to understand that you are in a bigger space, but you deserve to be in that bigger space? You've worked hard for it. You've earned it.
Man, now you're putting me on the spot now. I'm thinking a bit under pressure. I don't forget anybody. The main instigators, I would say my mom's first, because my dad wasn't having that. Coming from Mikasi, saying that I'm gonna go to a English medium school, sell out. I'm gonna be, lose my touch with who I am and things like that. And then my mom and sisters persuaded the gent that, hey, look, it's an opportunity. Let him, it's not going to cost you anything. Just buy clothes and books and stuff like that. And then I think only hostel fees, which was just affordable at that time. But the education, so, I mean, now that's from family side of things now. And then at school, the program itself, I mean, Mr. Zechi Kwana, and then obviously Greg Hayes, Raymond Boy, those gentlemen, they played a huge role. And when I got at school, our coach there, the professional coach, was Grant van Yerden. So now that combination of all of those support systems around. I mean, I latched on that. I latched on that. I mean, and that's because you know what it is, man. I'm glad you mentioned that the support is key, because in cricket you fail more times than
Yeah.
you actually succeed.
Yeah.
And if you are averaging 40 something, you are celebrated as actually good. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
60% of the time you probably fail. So it's very easy, new environment, fail, and then you think, I don't belong here. English, thinking like I'm shy or whatever. But the support system is that, champ, don't worry about the
You
school
belong
thing.
here. Yeah.
You belong here. Cricket is talk through your cricket. Your language, as soon as you climatize and everything like that, speak through your skills. The skills, and then obviously you start gravitating the Oaks, the team. You know, first game I think I scored. We beat Dale under 14, 14 A's. Dale versus Queens, a 14 A's. It was Zalton Brainers. I think some of the guys I played with, Guy Harker, were chasing 160.
Yeah.
Beat Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I scored 80. First game at Queens, got 81. Got 81. 81, we beat them by 10 wickets. From then on, I mean, everything was downhill, you know. I mean,
wow.
cricket,
Where were you betting at this point?
I opened.
Wow.
I opened, definitely an opener.
Yeah.
Opener. There's a mate of mine that we used to open from the age groups, me and him, from 14 for border development, not the school now. Bevan Bennett. We used to open right through till we got to second stuff. Yeah.
What challenges did you face in high school playing cricket? And obviously, we're gonna get into club cricket, because at some point in your high school career, you then joined club cricket. What challenges did you face in between from grade 8 to playing first team, being in Queen's College?
Challenges. I don't think there was much challenges. That I think that's where I learned a lot about my because the fundamentals I learned at Queens I still had the similar game plans when I was playing professional cricket.
I see.
I tried to change things. I tried to try and mimic or whatever and adopt certain things, but the way the DNA I played with, the type of way I was playing, it has resonated with me right through, and still play like that now. Obviously, you just revise certain things because you have to. The numbers don't lie. So if they want a certain average, certain strike rate, so you've got to learn and acquire new skills. But fundamentals of that, of who I am, I can bat. I'm a batsman. I'm a wicket keeper batsman. That's always resided with me.
With
you know?
you, yeah.
It doesn't matter where you're batting. I'm still a batsman.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it put us under pressure when Gilchrist changed the game, eh?
Yeah, and it was coming in and hitting everything from ball one. Exactly. All of a sudden, a wicket keeper has to have a high strike rate. Yeah.
No, you can't just keep anymore. You've gotta be adding more to that. It's not really revolutionized wicket keeping. With the bats there. Yeah. Shout out to Gil. You leave the rest. That's part of that. Well, I don't know if I'm deep diving into your questions, because it was a big thing. Mental strength. Like if you can't handle certain things mentally, then it's definitely going to affect your performance. It comes to professional play.
I think not only professionally, but in every aspect of your life. If you're not gonna handle the mental part, then everything else is gonna fall apart. I think relationships as well, careers as well. So everything in general just hails from mental health. So yeah. Anyway,
you've got to.
Yes.
So you've got to sieve out. You've got to sieve out all and then direct your energies to the right things, right?
100%.
That's key. It's key.
100%.
It's a skill.
Yeah.
It's a skill. It's a skill.
It is. It's a skill that so many people do not possess, unfortunately. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. Anyway,
but
we are back.
I have a good heart.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I have a good heart, so I'm not gonna say people don't possess. Let me say they're not yet aware of. Let's put it that way.
You're a nicer person. I was gonna say not people possess, but then you're a better man. So yeah. Anyway, we are back and we're just gonna carry on. And where we're speaking about club cricket, and I had said, yes, this is Thando, who is in high school, and you're at your peak, and confidence-wise and everything is going out well for you. At what point now does Thando then decide, you know what, high school cricket is not enough? Club cricket has to play a role now. I think I'm ready. In as much as you were a youngster, you are now getting into club cricket. Take me through what made you then transition, or how was the transition from high school cricket to club cricket? Because those two are not the same. It's cricket, yeah, but it's a lot different playing with seniors as opposed to playing with your mates. And also, I believe that you being, you were at, from high school, you had your rivals at Dale, but obviously you then met those guys in club cricket. How was the transition? Obviously from one moment, or just yesterday you were rivals, today you're supposed to be teammates, you're supposed to bat together, or you're supposed to bowl together, kind of sense. Take me through that transition, please.
So I'm in awe with kids that are in big cities, right? Like we're gonna say Cape Town, Durban, Joburg, Pretoria. Well, those cities where people have a healthy club system. You understand? PE. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because I also grew up in the similar environment that they exposed to. Because at school we would play our school league on Saturday, travel, go play Selborne, Dale, St Andrews, great PE. On Sunday we'll be playing club cricket. So I've actually had the opportunity to play a full game every weekend. So my exposure to the game, my whatever I'm working on, I'm exposing myself to a whole lot more things. And now the value of club cricket is that in Queenstown, we used to play in Queenstown, and then after school, then I was playing in the East London League, right? You play with all the gents. Now that's where you have to test that metal now, where you trust the processes. Do you trust the brand of cricket that you have? Are you gonna cave, or you gonna start changing things, or you gonna stick to your guns and just add? There's one piece of advice I got from an older cricketer. Said, look, stick to your guns, to your game. Yes, have the skill to listen to things. All right. You don't have to take everything, but you've got to listen, take advice about someone's perspective on a situation that we all are seeing. Listen. If you can use something, take that, the rest must fizz through. Get what I'm trying to say? If I can apply this to me, I'm going to hold on to that. Try it out, test it out, and if I'm happy with it, it stays. It becomes part of me. So my engagement with you, I'll pick up something from your aura or how you carry yourself. If I like something, or you got something hits home here, take it, and then maybe some things they'll filter. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's a very skill. It's a beautiful skill that I learned in an early age, right? That look, when you come in, actually cricket is a numbers game. That's how he broadened. That's how broadened it is, because now kids these days they still don't understand. They see the end result. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I think we touched on it. We touched on it a bit earlier when I said under 15. We're looking for someone who was explosive with a lot of power.
And that wasn't your game, yeah.
That wasn't my game, but someone else can be equally as effective. If I'm facing 10 balls and he probably hits 5 boundaries out of those 10 balls. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And then I'm scoring, he's hitting a 6, 4, okay, let's say 36. No, 30. It's 30 out of 10 balls. He hit 5 boundaries, 5 sixes. All right. And out of those 10 balls, I'm scoring it in I'm scoring 4. I'm getting a boundary 4, 3.
So you're
4,
a lot
4,
slower,
3.
obviously. Yeah.
No, look, if you say I get, let's say I get 7 boundaries out of those 10, and then I run my singles. All right. So what's it? 7 times 4 is 28.
Yeah.
And then I've scored 31.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
You still achieved, differently, but
I
you still
still
achieved,
scoring at a strike rate, but you get what I'm trying to say?
A healthier one as
So,
well. Yeah.
so he broadened my mind, and also he made me comfortable in my skin, in my height, in my ability, is that cricket is not a physical game. It's a numbers game. So if you can get the strike rate and you can produce and you can execute things in within the numbers and the stats don't lie, you're okay.
Wow.
You get what I'm trying to say?
It changes the whole analogy. Yeah.
Look, I mean, there was a gentleman back in the days, was Michael Bevan. John T. Rhodes, Queen's coaches also had like someone like John T. Rhodes, where those oaks were very dangerous in chasing. You understand what I mean? So the required strike rate would be so and so. Back in the day, they would take 2 hit gaps and they run well
And
between
running hard, yeah.
Yeah, Michael Bevan used to be deadly for Australia, batting at 7 there, 6, and you just turn games over. You think you've knocked over the four down, and you're thinking in the game, and then Michael Bevan just chips away at that. So people would say that there's so many ways you can get to the score. So that's just something I think for you learn from club cricket. You don't there was which reminds me of a game we played. Northwest played against Free State. Myself, I don't know if you know Friedel de Wet. He was a former fast bowler for the South Africa.
South Africa. Okay.
Friedel de Wet. We chased. We had 100 partnership on the last week.
Wow. Last wicket.
Last wicket partnership. Me and him. We not out. We won by 1 wicket.
Insane.
Like, oh well, it was very dramatic. I'm sure some guys will still remember it. In the last over, Friedel double steps, then it's above waist, and then the square leg umpire calls the no ball, and the ball dips and clips the bail and runs off for 4 runs.
Wow. Was that okay? But because umpire had called it a no ball, so it is a no ball then.
But, yeah, the umpire stuck to it, and then it was controversial. And I think the coach and some players got suspended for a couple of games. Intense game, you know. That was a very exciting game there. Like, that was nice.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like club cricket, man. You've got to play with older gents. You've got to. The more you play, the better you become. The more mistakes you make, the more you'll be more aware of how you operate.
Yeah.
It's all about the processes. You keep doing the processes well, and you're very good at the processes that you're doing. You'll be successful in cricket.
Definitely.
It's just how it's going to work out.
Awesome.
And like,
yeah, I got a question from Aya Mahleka. You guys are coming from the same club in East London. I believe it's called Willows Cricket.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So he says his question is: do you still feel the jitters when you play against? It says Ngece, Ngece.
Yes,
Lefty, and then MaKhaya. All these big names, when you play against them, do you still feel the jitters? When obviously you're playing club cricket, so it's all fun and games.
Yeah.
But do you still have those? He wants to know if you still have those goosebumps when you walk into bat.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, now you reminding of the Jane Summer Wheeler from MaKhaya is in the same club as me. Lefty, he just played the over 50s, SA over 50s
Yeah.
He made that team.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of ex-professionals there as well. Mandalake is also there. But club cricket is actually harder. That's where you get serious. I mean, because now people have Googled you.
Yeah, they
Then
know
you get
you
a
know.
there's a young impressionable boy from high school there. He's gonna say, "Oh, I can't believe you played first class cricket," and then
And it
so
gets into you, yeah.
so that means okay now that serves as motivation because you're thinking, oh, Sunday, and then the kid is gonna chirp you, and then you're like, oh, okay, now you want me to play. So you want me to play now? I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play now.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we have an inside joke there. We are never gonna stop playing. Lifting it, I think he's over 50. He's
Wow.
still fit. He still plays. He still outscores some of the youngsters. I
Wow.
mean, the knowledge. He's been at Soweto Cricket Cup as well.
Yeah.
He helped there, and he's at Kodakai now.
That's it.
He's still active and playing. So I'm younger than MaKhaya. MaKhaya is younger than him. I
Yeah.
mean, all of us, if you know Dumisa Makalima, Monde Zondeki, there's so many border players that are coming from that club, And
Yeah. Yeah.
we always, wherever we were playing, we always come back
And
and
giving
finish
back.
off at the
Yeah.
club and help out the youngsters there.
And that's a sign
We're
of
still gonna play.
giving out, giving back as well. Yeah.
We've got to. I mean, there's young African professionals who still haven't found out their processes yet, And it's crucial for young professionals, young contracted players, to play club cricket because it exposes them to different scenarios. So it tests their processes. So if their processes are good enough, and they value their processes in club cricket, it's going to be much easier to play professional cricket because those wickets are well prepared. You know,
Yeah.
I found like a professional cricket is actually easier. It's acceptable. You can work around it. You can find your formula because the wickets are well
The pitch,
prepared.
the pitch is well prepared, the wicket is well prepared, so it's consistent,
Well
so to
prepared.
say. You walk into
You.
club cricket, another one is not prepared, that
I
one
don't
is
know
not
you.
strong. Yeah.
I don't know the guy bowling. He comes off the bowls off the wrong foot. You know.
Yeah.
Uh, there's also that pressure. You don't want to miss one, and then the umpire.
Gives you a dodgy
But
LB.
then,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, okay. Let me rephrase back now. I don't want to ever blame an umpire because it's out of my control. That is
Exactly. Use your
I don't.
bat, man. The moment they hit your pad, that means you should have used your bat. You didn't do what
I
you're
should have hit
supposed to
it.
do. And I've heard a lot of youngsters saying that, no, that was not LB because I was standing outside leg. It does not matter, son. You're supposed to use your bat. Simple.
You missed it. You had an opportunity to not put him in the game by hitting it. You put him in the game, so suffer the consequences of
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
happens.
yeah.
So
Awesome.
that's actually very key. That's something that if someone's listening, one of the youngsters, control the controllables. My old coach used to say, you can't control the weather, you can't control the pitch, you can't control the opposition, you can't control your teammates, you can't control yesterday. The only thing you can control is what your processes, your thoughts, your diet, your fitness, your
Yeah.
preparation,
Right here
your
and now.
thoughts about
Wow.
yes, right here and now.
Mm.
The rest is just wasted energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful advice, man. That's beautiful because a lot of times we want to see the externals. The umpire was not good enough, or the runner did not call run. The bowler was not bowling straight enough, or was bowling too quick or too slow, whatever. And in as much as those are factors, but you can't control what the bowler bowls to you. If the bowler doesn't bowl a half volley, so it is. Find a way to still score runs. If the bowler is too quick, find ways, Baba. Find
Find a
ways.
way.
Yeah, you can control the controllable. Let's go back to wicket keeping before we almost wrap up. Wicket keeping, you guys, you grew up in an era where one of the best wicket keepers, and I can mention Mark Boucher was in the same era and coming from Border as well. And when you were at your prime, you were 5 or 6 wicket keepers that were quality. And if you're not scoring the hundreds, then there's nothing for you. How good is the standard currently compared to your years with wicket keeping?
It can get better. I mean now it can get better. I mean, like now another level of wicket keeping now. If you standard was amazing, man. Like we counting. Okay, at Border before I left, it was Mark Boucher, it was Ian Mitchell, Steve Pufferman left for Poland, Mark Boucher, Ian Mitchell, Tap Nelani, myself, Aaron Randall, and then after the guys coming after me, when I was in after school, I was at the academy, it was Ati Gili that played for the Warriors, Abongile Sotumo who played for the Warriors and Border, you know, like, I mean, we're talking about 7 in that pipeline.
Quality.
From one province.
Yeah.
Now, and we already have a Proteas one day. So when he's up for Proteas duty,
you got 6.
Mitchie goes up, Tap goes B-side, and then we had an Allos team as well, and then we had an academy team.
Yeah.
And some of the players are better, whichever.
Yeah.
So that's actually why I left Border. Because there were so many keepers at Border.
I left for and good as well. And good keepers as well.
Quality keepers. I mean, you look, if we're competing on fumbles, and then
that's insane. That is insane.
300 balls, that's a 50-over game. Like, that's sick. That's high standards,
hectic.
Right?
Yeah, that's proper standards. Yeah.
Then now you come to now I want you to judge maybe from my answer in answering your question. Now that was Border. Now the standard that I'm playing Northwest. Now you've got Amitolikile at Cobras. You've got Mona van Wyk at Free State.
At Free State, yeah.
You've got Kriya van Wyk, the former New Zealand wicketkeeper, now Test with New Zealand. He was at Titans for a very long period of time. And coming after Kriya van Wyk was A.B. de Villiers. Sure. Who was the keeper after, you get what I'm trying to say? Sure. And well, I forget. Oh, one of the best. He also played for SAA, Wendell Bossinger.
Sure.
Man, good hands there. You know, now you're talking. Now you've got myself at Northwest, Wendell Bossinger, got Tammy Tolekile, you've got Moni van Wyk. Who was it? Granty. It was Grant at the Lions.
Yeah.
Lions. And you had Dylan Jennings at Eastons, Ray Jennings' son.
Jennings' son, yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, thinking about that now, where we play a 4-day game, day 1, no fumbles. So we meet each other at lunchtime and said, keep going. I haven't seen a fumble. Keep going. You know, it's like, it's on, bulls. So we're like, hey, it's on. You know, energies. You know,
good. Yeah.
Standard that you know.
And you held you had yourselves accountable as well.
Yes. I mean, in our setup, Lions and Northwest and when I was at Eastons, I was actually in charge of the bowling setup. So whenever the bowlers were bowling and they were the bowling coach and was always sitting and listening to Gordon Parsons but I think one of the best bowling coaches in the country.
Yeah.
Gordon, when he's talking and planning and areas and trying to fix someone who's struggling, maybe he's falling and things like that, I was actually there and listening.
Just listening, yeah.
If like Garth Rowe, like if Garth and says, no, this ball's not swinging, you know, and then I would understand from the conversations with that and just at the end of the over and say, look, remember what you were working with Gordon, this and that, or part of your action.
Yeah.
Start late. Or if it's swinging early and says, like, it's not effective because, you know, in that level, it swings early, just
it'll go.
Easy.
Yeah,
so
that's throwing hands. Yes, yeah. So
more of the roles of a wicket keeper then and we were very in charge on the field. You would also give back the feedback to the captain that don't bowl him one more, because the captain would say, I'll give you one more, and then once the pressure has been built, and you'll be like, no, he's done.
not now.
I
Yes,
can
he's
feel
done.
it.
Yeah,
I can
because
feel
you
it
can
in my
feel it
hands
as it's coming. You saw that
it's
it's
coming.
now. Yeah, it's no longer coming.
We'll
Yeah,
save him.
yeah,
Get someone who's been warming up. It was my role to actually, who are you going to bowl next? I'll be in touch with the captain who's replacing someone that side or that one. Then I'll be during the other guy's spell, but hey, stay warm. You don't want to warm up
when it's almost or the over is
pressure's
almost done.
gone.
Yeah, that's
Pressure's
garbage.
gone. Come in, bowl a bad ball, boom, gone.
It
You get what
releases
I
the
mean?
pressure.
So I mean, I think some of that information, yes, it's abundant to the coaches and things like that, but it would be valuable for some co-keepers who actually chat with other keepers, and then you chop it up, man. And you're like, hey, your drifters, your bowlers, make sure a drop catch is something that you need to be aware of, because that guy's probably sleep.
It's gonna drift, yeah.
You always scanning your players around, the awareness of it.
Yeah.
It's so it's work, man. It's work.
That's why they say.
Play.
Yeah, that's why they say keeper is a non-official captain, because you are seeing everything, you're seeing every angle. Even though the keeper is not the captain, the keeper can be the captain and the coach as well. You're gonna tell the bowler what the bowler is doing, if they're falling over or anything, if the fielder was not walking in rightly and whatnot. So it's easier. That's why it makes. Can we then say that's why it makes it easier for keepers to be good batters? Because you've analyzed the game and you're always in the game, so you can see what's happening every time. Can we say that? Can we come to that conclusion?
The first question, if we've bowled first at a deck and we're chasing in the one-day game, first things the batters, we're gonna chat. They're gonna chat around. What do you think of the wicket? Is it skidding? Is it coming through? Is it slowing down? What is it? I mean, Australians misread that deck in Poch.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? That wicket was probably coming on, and then it just crumbled up because it's early in the season.
Later on,
and then it turned.
It
turned in the second dig, So that information that was it Travis Head and David Warner. You should have shared that information
with everyone else.
With the middle order. Hey, listen, it's maybe too paced if it holds a little
bit. And it was a bit too paced.
So that's information that batters always look and they communicate with the keepers and say, what do you think of the wicket on the deck that's coming on? Or is it what length is it probably dying on? Should I get out of my crease? Should I go
where should I bat from? Before I let you go, from the years you've played, probably 15 years of first class cricket, what lessons have you taken from your years playing professional cricket?
Man, trust the process in whatever you do, man. Everything that you need is within. You understand? Use the outside world as motivation or learn from that. So whatever, internalize your processes from within. Don't read external stuff. Whatever it is should come always from within.
From within.
You gotta trust your processes, man. You gotta trust that God. You gotta stick to your processes. That's something that I learned with cricket. The mental strength, mental thought process is key. So if this goes, if the mechanism inside goes, it's downhill from there.
It's clear.
It's downhill from there, and I wish. I'm thankful that there's podcasts like these, where some 2 cents from people understand to reach out. Like there's so many ways to skin a cat. You understand? If you think you're alone in the world, maybe somebody's gone through it, you know?
Yeah.
So learn as much as you can and then make it your own. You understand? Add. If you don't need it, discard.
But get it all in. I like that, because the next question was going to be advice, and you've already summed it up with the advice as well. Let's come back. You've gone through your professional cricket. Thando desires to be a coach. What impact are you doing, and what are you doing currently with regards to your coaching?
Well, at my Kasi, I started an extramural activity thing, because some location schools, they don't have a sports department, you know. They don't have qualified coaches. I think actually in most schools, qualified coaches is they're now getting into it. In the location, there's you need really extramural activity programs. So we started that. So there's no growth on cricket. Definitely from the young ages of KFC and introducing them to hardball cricket. So now it's probably the second year now. So next year now those kids will be getting older. So the next group coming in. So slowly but surely that program is coming. I'm also involved at Queen's, yes, alma mater. Assisting there with the likes of Ralph Cullinan, Mr. Guana. Mangaliso Masekle just joined the staff now. So good things coming up for Queen's College Cricket, I think. Promising things coming up for my school.
Awesome.
But I'm still playing cup cricket, you know, and still getting involved. It's BD, Burton Devet at Fort Hayes. So some of the young professionals are so trying to get involved and share some thought processes about batting, you know, some mental thought processes, some routines, and try and get them to understand consistency. The skills there is just nurturing that process and keeping that clear head. You know?
Awesome.
That's that. I'm just giving back to my old school and my hood, and my club. Wherever I can, whatever opportunity I can, I never say no to someone says, "What do you think?" You know.
True.
Best advice I ever got was it was Turkey DeForce, my former captain at Northwest. Says, don't ever be shy to ask ex-professionals about how they used to play.
Wow.
Because if you went to go and ask MaKhaya Ntini, how did you swing the ball in? He'll spend an hour telling you
how much
that.
Wow.
You understand? So if like the young professionals want to learn, and if you see Tami Toleki in the mall,
go
chat with him,
talk to him,
engage. You see Sean Pollock maybe interview, engage. You know, young fast bowlers. If you see Mangaliso Masekhe, you're like, how did you practice?
How did you do it exactly?
And he said it in a very nice way that like ex-professionals are very vain people. Like if you ask them about themselves, they'll give you all their information.
Everything.
They'll give you the trade secrets.
Wow.
So, like, come on.
Wow.
Come on. So if you want to learn and empower yourself, ask. If you're lacking about in investing or about money or whatever career you're in, you ask. You ask someone who's in that, hey man, I see you well off.
How did you do it?
Congratulations. How did you do it?
How did you do it? How did you make it? That's amazing advice. That's brilliant. Thank you so much. That's amazing.
They'll be like, oh, this guy is appreciating what I do.
They'll give the information. I'm a testament to that, because when I sent you a message, you did not even hesitate. You just said, hey man, I've got a podcast like this. Would you mind coming through? And I'm thinking, I'm talking to my wife, and it's like, Thando Bula just said you can come through. It's like, wow, dude, amazing. Mangaliso Msehle is coming through as well. Dr. Jacques Fall He's also coming through to the podcast as well.
Oh, send my shout outs to the doc and the
I'll
James.
definitely,
Jeffrey,
I'll definitely do that.
are you getting Jeffrey on here?
Yeah, Jeff Toyana is coming as well. So you know, it's big
tell
names,
him
bro.
I'm a Buccaneer, and then good luck.
He's a Sundowns. I don't even know. I'm a Chiefs, so I don't even know how we're gonna sit in the same room.
All right. Please, man. But let's keep it with cricket. You know, like we don't want to start it there, not end it like that.
Exactly.
You chips people.
But Thando, you've been amazing, man. Thank you so much for taking your time. It's been amazing. I learned a lot, and I just thank God that your journey is still carrying on, and you're still saving the game. You are a true servant of the game, and cricket is lucky and blessed to have you. So thank you for taking your time and all the advice that you've given us. I've taken some for myself as well, from a player and coaching perspective, and understanding myself as well as a human being, as a man. So thank you so much. And it's guys like you that we look up to, and we always want to engage in conversation like this and making sure that we become better people. And we're not doing what we're doing because we know it all, but because we also want to learn. And as we bring guys like you through, we are learning a lot. So massive shout out. Thank you so much, mate.
And thank you as well. I mean, just on that, from hearing things from the horse's mouth, you know, and there's a lot of bashing of cricketers that happens on social media, where people actually don't know the process, you know, of what these gentlemen and ladies are going through.
Yeah.
And the pressures they are on, because it's a very cutthroat business, you know. So it's all under someone's perception. And if the coach doesn't see you fitting that plan, it doesn't matter how good you think you are.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
And then look, and then no one owes you. You know, no one owes you to give you an opportunity. When the time comes, you've got to jump at it.
You have to.
I like the perspective you've come across. Game on, gentlemen. Game on.
Thank you. Mate, take it easy and we'll see you soon, yeah?
Okay, thank you very much. God bless.
Cheers, God bless, mate. And there we have it. What a breeze of an interview. What did you think about that? Please let me know in the comment section. If you are here for Thando, please give him some blue hearts. If you were here for me and you watched it through, please give me some green hearts. Let's have a toll or a poll to see who was the best. But it was an amazing interview. I really enjoyed that. Let me know if you like it. Please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. And also, you know what this means? That means no matter wherever you are, you can come through to the show. This show is not only limited to the people that are in Joburg, but even you that is overseas, even Ronaldo that is out in Saudi Arabia. We're going to bring Ronaldo onto the show, yeah? Anyway, enjoy the rest of the weekend. We're coming into Friday, and stay safe, keep believing, man. That's so important. And I'm so glad that we are growing with the channel. We are growing in the content that we're bringing you and the people that are coming through. We've got a big one that is coming through. Mangaliso Msetle is coming onto the show. Dr. Jacques Fall is coming onto the show. Mr. Jeff Toyana is coming onto the show. Arabile Gumeda, all the way from CNBC, is coming to the show. Big names coming through. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. And remember, stay safe. Cheers for now.